Hey everybody, Solitary Knight here with Twisted Wonderland Challenge Mode. We're taking a little detour to talk about the Titans because my last tips and tricks video I talked about recommended parties and everything for that. I don't necessarily recommend this party. This is 100% like a stunt party, so don't do it this way. Obviously, because there's like lots of fire and it's the water Titan, so you have to be super careful. So I actually recorded this before and I lost, but while I was recording, I learned something new, I think. So, hold on. Trying to figure out where to go with this. You're just a beat stick. You. He gives himself a minor damage boost. And you're probably thinking, hey, why is this important? So, if the Titan does 2 of his debuffs on the same character, it will drop their damage down to 0. And even using Silver's minor damage boost, he can't overcome that. So, I think I figured out the scale of the Titan's debuff. So, I know that doesn't sound terribly exciting, but it is something to note. It is something I learned, so you get to learn with me. Alright. Anyway, like I said, I don't necessarily recommend this party in particular. This is just like the cards I had because I don't think I have an original. Let me see. No, I don't have one prepared that meets the requirements for this particular challenge I want to do. So we're going to use this one. Like I said, I failed last time, but I learned something interesting, so I wanted to share that with you. So anyway, let's go. So I promise you, I'm not like cheating my runs or anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip. Because I actually fail a lot because of stupid bad luck things and getting cocky. Alright, so I'm going to take a leap of faith. I'm going to do a little damage cut. Now I'm going to assume you're going to use a... Yeah, he's going to use a cosmic. If I remember correctly. I didn't calculate how big of a buff he gets when he does that, but he does get a pretty substantial buff. The more concerning thing that he can do, like besides the freeze will last 3 rounds. You'll be fine. Just try not to use any of your buffs and that. I know that's hard sometimes, but just try. But the more concerning thing he can do is he can stack damage drains on you, and he will do that frequently. So he can reduce your damage to literally 0. And like I mentioned, Silver's minor boost isn't enough to overcome that, so that tells me that the Titan's debuff is either a modest one or a major one. I'm leaning towards major because it can drop you to 0. But anyway, That's neither here nor there. Sorry for dragging you on the math side of things. Let's, and we'll go ahead and use Jimin's heal. Alright, so he didn't do anything too interesting that round, but it's just like, we're gonna have to eat. We're gonna have to eat at least one attack on a weak hit, so I'm gonna like hope it's not this one. Also, he didn't do the annoying thing of stacking the debuffs this time, so I'm happy about that. Go ahead and pitch that out of the way. I can't actually check and see what spells he's doing. Well, thank you for cursing him. So for these showdowns, the thing to note is that it's very difficult to predict what they're going to do after round 5, because even if you know their pattern for the first round of attacks they're going to do, that could change. Because they don't do the same sort of stuff. I see he's going the brute force route. Because he didn't use any, like, his tier 2 spells don't usually have effects to them. It's the tier 1 spells that have effects for the most part. He has a wide variety of things he can do, though. We're just gonna, like, do this. Alright, should be able to beat it this round, unless he like, throws another. He did not. Okay. But yeah, sometimes you can just do everything you're supposed to correctly, and the game will throw a monkey wrench in your play because it reduces your damage to 0. Just if it doesn't work the first time around, just try again before you like give up entirely on your strategy. Because sometimes the enemy AI just does weird things that I don't think are necessarily intended. Because I don't think they intended the Titans to be able to drop you down to 0 damage. Because that's just kind of weird. Anyway. The big takeaways are he can freeze the entire party that last 3 rounds. He can do some pretty big damage debuffs those last for 2 rounds. And if he stacks them on a couple of characters, try not to use those characters for 2 rounds, because there's a good chance that it will do no damage, and that's just not gonna really do you any good unless you're like just trying to mitigate damage by like throwing out a flower spell. But yeah, he's not really that difficult. You want your cards to be at least level 40, preferably 60. Especially if you're using SR or SSR cards. So, you've got this. I promise. I believe in you all. Take very good care of yourselves. Love you, and bye.